this miserable day as to the reasons and issues about male genital mutilation, and that's what it is. And this has nothing to do with the last person I was talking about. And if you look up Circumcision, she's like 2 or 3 videos down. It's the last person on there. Her name is Jackie Lowe. Jackie Lowe. And she's giving her reasons for why it's acceptable. And I disagree with her. And I'm saying that with respect to her and her opinion and what she wants to do with her kid. I'm just saying, here is my freaking opinion, here is my bullet points, my ideals, and my reason. And I'm going to get to this now because I know this. I do drone on. I become quite annoying and people don't want to hear me. I understand that. Get to the fucking point. Stop bitching and blabbering and okay, yeah. No circumcision. I don't care if the father wants it, and usually I don't think it's a father. I think it's a mother. I don't know if it's a combination of two. I don't know what it is. I don't know who's doing what. I don't give a shit. There's no fucking reason for it. It's wrong. The child should matter. You recognize this for the female child. If a fucking mother goes and says, you know, I was born in this country, and I think this woman, this female child, rather, this girl should be circumcised, you're not going to let them. I don't care what the procedure is, how minor it is, how severe it is. You're not going to allow that. And you shouldn't. On the other hand, I also want to make clear, I want to say, it should be the same for the damn male. Unless it's, like I said, there is Jewish traditions of circumcision now called Bris Salam. I have no problem with the pin pricking. That's fine. And there were communities of Muslim communities, rather, that wanted to do a female pin pricking, and they weren't even allowed to do that. Now, you tell me how that makes sense, that you can cut off the entire male foreskin that does eventually make up 50% of the male penis and contains 20-something thousand nerve endings that is very important in sex and also is better for the female because it moves better within the female. You know, in that situation, when you can't even fucking prick the clitoris of the girl, that doesn't make any logical sense. But I also want to go into detail about if it's for religious reasons, that is not as bad, I don't think, but it's wrong. Because at the end of the day, the child should have some fucking religious freedom. Yeah, you can train him and study him up. Yeah, you should do this or do that. But at some point, he should be able to make a decision for himself. You shouldn't be able to fucking force something that major, and I consider that very major, on a fucking child at that fucking age. It's ridiculous. And the majority of circumcisions are not religious. They're not fucking cultural. There's cosmetic. You are forcing a cosmetic surgery, a fucking unnecessary cosmetic surgery on a fucking child when they are a child, when they are an infant, in some cases toddler. Bring you back to the case of Chase. I don't know his name, last name, I don't remember, whatever. He was a 6-year-old. You fucking mutilated him. 6 years old. You're telling me he doesn't remember because that's one of your excuses. And again, would it be okay to do anything else to a fucking child that severe because they don't remember? I hope not. It's brutal. It's a violation of human rights. It's taking advantage of the most defenseless, the most fucking harmless among you. It's a discrimination against males in this country because you don't do it to females. Even though in some cases, and I'll say this, I'm against hysterectomy. I think it's horrible and horrific. But there is even fucking science that has proven if you did simply snip the fucking clitoris, I'm talking a very small snip, it may actually improve female sex lives. It could help with various things. It may help in some fucking way. I would still be against that, and I vomit at the thought of it. And I think anyone that would support that is a horrible human being. But hell, there's even fucking reason to believe that. There's nothing about male circumcision. All of this shit's been disproven. It's been disproven countless times over. The entire thing was pushed by a guy called John Harvey Kellogg back in the goddamn late 1800s, early 1900s, as a way of fucking up people's orgasm. It was to fuck up the male orgasm and to a lesser extent the female orgasm, because you're fucking up the male's dick because he doesn't have the nerve ending. The female can't get off as much because the guy's just thrusting because he doesn't have the fucking enough foreskin around the edge to really get the shit in there, good in a fucking smooth way. You can't, and that's why there's so many jokes about jacking off for lubrication, because goddamn, there's nothing there to fucking rack off with because you fucked them. It kills between 80 to 120 fucking children or babies a year. In many other countries, it's done at a older fucking age. I'm talking goddamn fucking Philippines, and it's done often by females in some cases now, and that was America, by the way. At least in the past, it was usually done by another guy, and it was done in private. There were other people around. Now, they would take you out in the jungle or wherever they would cut your dick, so it was a little bit more respectful of the kid. Now, no, you have a lot of fucking females gathering around there laughing and making fun of the fucking kid, who in some cases are as young as 6, 7, 8 years old, and you're mutilating the kid's dick in these countries, and that's a fact. It's painful. It hurts the child. Whether they can remember or not, they know what it feels like then. You're not using proper or adequate pain medication. In some cases, in some of these parts of the world, they're not using pain medication at all. It's a mess. It's fucking horrific. You're seriously hurting and depriving the child of their fucking rights. It's not okay. And I don't fucking respect that. Again, and I just want to say, there were fucking statistics to say between 80 to 100 children die a year. You have a massive problem in America that in many cases is not experienced in the rest of the world, primarily Europe and Japan, of erectile dysfunction. It is not significant, but it is up. You do not have any AIDS decrease. So if you say that, well, it decreases AIDS or some dumb shit, it doesn't. And by the way, you want to talk about stigma or cheese and yeast infections? Hey, how many fucking females have to go to the gynecologists more often than they wouldn't or not? How many females have yeast infections and shit? They don't have problems with that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You don't do it to them because you realize it's wrong and it would be a violation of their rights as a human being, and you would be correct. You don't do that to them. Why boards? And if it's such a fucking deal, they can always do it when they get older, and they can decide to do it for themselves, and that'd be fine. You don't want to fucking do that. You don't want to do that because you don't give a fuck about males, and then you want to talk about body shaming, and you have females talking about males who aren't circumcised, and you want to talk about circumcising your children because, goddamn it, they're going to be males and what some other female thinks? Well, how disgusting is that? Well, I should circumcise my daughter and cut off the skin around her clitoris because some guy might not like it 20 goddamn years from now. Would you not call me a piece of shit, and would you not be right? And you don't understand how I think about people who talk that fucking way and why I don't like that? And why I'm disgusted? P666.